It's set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. And that's twice now already in this first quarter that he's been able to knock a ball away.
They're going to need that from him and plenty more if they want to slow down this passing game. Thus far, though, he's been a ball magnet.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Xavier Woods with a pick. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
To throw is Prescott. Throw left side complete. It's Elliott. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, 56 yards. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The end result, 21 yards. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you miss those first 2, but you get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence issues. Now you can kind of get it back even with just one throw.
Now Mahomes going to get this one to Hill. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. A first trip to the red zone for KC. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. He'll buy some time right. This is caught. Watkins. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around.
And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish tight matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover him? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You're going to yell at me? You go cover him.
They start on the ground with Elliott. He finds an opening past the 40, the 40, the 30, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, but it'll be second down. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake, but I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer.
As they began this last drive, things weren't exactly looking up for this offense. But after what they just did, putting the ball in the end zone, that took them away from the brink of possibly being knocked out of this game.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And an alley to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stop.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He's got his man on the crossing route. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Oh, he's going to let this. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 33 yards. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. The extra point up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. This one fielded at the 5. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, 95 yards. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
23 yards, the final tally.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off Byron Jones. He was looking for Watkins that time. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
On second down now. It's Elliott, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now Prescott looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it, and he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Cooper was the target there.
So first thing crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something
And it'll be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. A first down throw for Prescott. He's going to float this one deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. 9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Xavier Woods with a pick. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And his kick is absolute. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 8. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down at about the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. Complete to Jason Witten. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. They keep on the ground with Elliott. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On second down, it's Elliott, and he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run, and the Cowboys will extend their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. The offenses have success. You could say they've run wild a little bit. Time for the defenses to get into the act, and one does here.
Nothing like a little bit of revenge for the defense. They've had to deal with it all game long. Both offenses going up and down the field. How about it when they take the ball away and take it to the other end zone?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks.
We're going to 53.
Check your hot read.
First down, Prescott. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 45.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside the quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll roll him out right. This is caught. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Anthony Sherman taking it in. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point safely through, and the lead is down to 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's going to loft one deep left. He's got a man complete. A big play here for Dallas. 45 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he'll take it into the end zone.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pull out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no, we gon' hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
Yeah. 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 Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gon'
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Marr now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Regular. Kill. Kill.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 70 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead. First play from scrimmage all the way into the end zone. Look, the pass was good, but that run after the catch, that's what was really impressive.
And I think the big question I have is where were the safeties? Where was the tackling? Because going into this game, they had to know that they were going to be tested. That was a part of the defense that had to stand up. And on that play, not even close.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a first and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure.
And got his man complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Randall Cobb, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
180.
First down, Cleveland.
Check three.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. He's got the first down and more past midfield. Past the 20, 10, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 62 yards, and the Browns have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Joseph now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Prescott down. Going to take a shot for Gallup. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A big play here for Dallas. And even 60 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. From 8 yards out, and the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Now, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'd want to get right back out there and get after them, because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after him. Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Throwing on 2nd down. Prescott going right side. He has Witten. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Now Elliott, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one full.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Sione Takitaki able to get him for a loss of about 3.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Prescott to throw it. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. A first down throw for Mayfield. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
It really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. They've got it 3rd and 10 here to start things out.
Let's go.
Throwing, Mayfield. He's going to let this one go deep. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
26.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Prescott now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun again to Elliott. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott flush to his right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Now Prescott on 4th down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
He's going to go up top again. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down. They almost gave it right back to him there with another interception of their own. And to be honest, he probably should have caught that and picked it off.
And he knows it, and he'll see it in film, and he'll see it in his dreams tonight when it's all said and done. But you almost felt like the excitement had been ramped up, and they were trying to get a big play right after that one.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards there and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. And if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On 2nd and 7, Prescott. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. 22 yards there, a first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for Big Pat.
Looking for his tight end, Witten, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 16 yards, a first down.
180.
Play fake. Mayfield. Throw left side to Higgins. A very solid gain of 27. This quarterback now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
The out route's such a timing route that sometimes the guy throwing the ball just throws it almost blindly, just kind of counts on that timing winning. And in this case, the ball was batted away.
And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. The extra point up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Watch twist. 47. Trump. 44 is mine. 154. 26.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. 30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Following the interception, Mayfield escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing. Prescott letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Cooper was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Hey, kill. Switch it, hey.
Here's Prescott, and the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 44. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
180! Hey, alert! Real.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout, and they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. The kick by Joseph is good. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Prescott. He'll have a first down past the 40. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down. Back-to-back good plays, having on the move on first down. To throw is Prescott. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now he's going to go deep down the left. This is caught inside the 15. A big play that time for Cleveland. 42 yards.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Point after, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up. Kick this one away.
Here we go.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Prescott from the gun. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the first down yardage before he's brought down.
Switch gears.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He's got Njoku over the middle. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day.
And now here is another interception. Xavier Woods with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We go 46.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They'll throw again from their own end zone. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Intended that time for Cooper.
I'll tell you, you don't have press conferences when you sign guys like this. But he's been a real difference maker so far. That's now 2 interceptions for him in the game. And when you're getting contributions up and down your 53-man roster, you're going to be all right.
Being chased out left. And this will be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And down inside the 15 he goes. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down. Prescott on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
46.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Randall Cobb with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Arlington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. A run for Nick Chubb. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 73 yards. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. A first down throw for Prescott. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play here for Dallas. 53 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. His throw caught at about the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 27 yards there, a first down. Prescott stepping up. He's going to keep it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the...
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. Extra point by Moore, up and good. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
They stop them after a gain of only 4, and that brings up 4th down. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. Eluding the pressure right. He finds Beckham complete. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Give him 30 yards there. Oh, big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot. Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, It tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And he comes back with one complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Browns on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Joseph on for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Browns 45, Cowboys 35.
Joseph now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
One last shot now for Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep down. And this is intercepted. And that should do it.
looking